Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night. I had to think about it for 7 seconds. And we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single bit of it just to keep up with you. Hope everybody is doing well. Let's see, check and see what we've got here. Checking some last minor little things here before we get started. We are expecting some scammers to call us, but you know how they are. They're never quite as reliable as we'd like them to be, that's for sure. And so we'll have it going there. Let's see, let's get into this. We've got this from Greg Harding, 7364, says here, let me get this going. He says the following. So I guess I have a question or an economist that I've been wondering for a long time. If printing money causes inflation, does collector coins like mint sets, American silver eagles, even though they are silver, still have a dollar face value, commemoratives, do those still count towards the inflation? It's a good question. No, they don't, because that's not considered circulating money. All the millions of collector coins out there are also money that's stashed away in 401ks, savings accounts, mattresses. They're not being circulated. Just the thought of an economic teacher is out there watching. Well, I'm not an economic teacher, but what you're talking about is the velocity of money. And the velocity of money is a problem to some degree. And this is why we did not see inflation during quantitative easing's rounds 1 through 3, because a lot of that money went overseas. That was an unusual circumstance where that money was not circulating here. That, in a sense, is all those cheap dollars going overseas did not circulate. In fact, the dollar coins that were produced, the $1 Sacagaweas, we minted so many of those, and a lot of them just went to Ecuador to circulate. And so that way they could have it go there. But essentially, the velocity of money, which is what you're talking about. So when money does not circulate, it does not contribute to inflation. So in other words, if the Federal Reserve was to order the printing from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, all these notes, and they just sit in a vault somewhere, they're not contributing to the economy, so they're not diluting the money supply. Until they actually reach circulation and get the velocity of money going, it will not be the case. Same thing with collector coins, mint sets, American silver eagles, which is a very minute portion. Here comes a scammer, Littlefoot. Thank you, my friend. Ready to take on the scammers? Yes, we are. Here we go. First one, right as he sent that, Littlefoot. Hello? Hello? Robocall, like little crap out. Come on now, answer. Somebody, something, even if it's just, crap, it crapped out. I am warmed up, Littlefoot. Let me give you 5 push-ups for that to be fully warmed up. And thank you, Littlefoot, for the first super chat of the night. Let's give 5 push-ups and get the blood rolling. So glad you all are here with me tonight. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Nice. And let's see here. Oh, here comes another scam call. Let's see. Another robodial. Good to see Tony Erickson is here. Master Blaster 2 Slurp. Tony Erickson is here. Welcome. Krusty White Bread, Carrie Taryn, Bill 457. And a lot of good folks with us tonight. Daniel Blast, Michael K is here. Ken Zoe is here. And there is B. Taylor is here. So this call here is crapped out too. Dang it. Zardoz is here. Welcome, Zardoz. Thank you again for your channel gift memberships. For sure from last time. Appreciate that. And Bill Baker says, Sal, what do you think about the U.S. Mint selling pieces for $4,000+? Well, you know, I don't like it. I don't like the big premiums on them. Cybercurrent Twitcher is here too. Good to see CCT. Welcome, my friend. Carrie Taryn is here. I don't like it. Sadly, you know, I've bought some pieces for my collection for this year, but it's very rare. I don't like paying that price, that's for sure. And sooner or later, something's going to happen, and they're not going to sell as many because of the overpriced stuff. But you know, I don't know. But so far, it doesn't seem to be hurting them. The sales are continuing to progress as if it doesn't matter. It's crazy. But anyways, But there's something about this year, though. Well, I'm collecting some of the coins from this year, 2025. I think it's going to be one of those years. We're already seeing big changes through this half of the year, fundamental changes in the United States and everything else. So I'm collecting coins from this year to commemorate that, much like I did in 2020, for bad reasons, for the exact opposite reasons. But anyway, it's good to see you. Good to see West Texas Stacker. Good to see you. B. Taylor is here. And Daniel Anderson says China have been doing this very thing for a number of years for a couple of reasons. One, to avoid tariffs, and two, to obtain unrefined gold in massive quantities so as to not spike the gold price like a pump and dump. Yes, it very well could be. A lot going on there for this, for sure. And as Brain 8210 chimes in with this and says the following here: market manipulation by the punks who ain't got a life, period. Price will go up, way up, so don't be a knucklehead. All right, well, I don't understand this comment. Price will go up, so go way up, so don't be a knucklehead. What in this video would merit me being a knucklehead? I don't get this comment at all. But anyways, the price is going to go up in due course. It's going to preserve our wealth, but I don't think it's going to go through the moon or anything like that. Good to see JM Unleashed here. Welcome. All right. And let's see here. Rick's Talented Tongue says the only factor on metals price are the bankers who set the price through manipulation. There is no market. You can you continuously BS the public. You mean well, but your audience is strong enough to handle the truth. Lying is always wrong, and there is no plunge that happened. Well, Rick, there is a plunge that happened. If you watch the video, I explain exactly why it happened. Some people accuse me of being clickbait on this video too, by the way, because they didn't pay attention to a word I said in this video. And actually, I'm kind of surprised that who is it? There's somebody else that threw me under the bus on this on a different comment. But anyways, he says I continue to BS the public. What did I say in this that was BSing the public? And the only factor for the metals price are the bankers. No, that's wrong. It is not the only factor. Let's get this scammer, then we'll get back to this comment. This is important. Hello? Hello?
Hi, I'd like to speak to Charles Manson.
This is Charles Manson.
Hi, Charles. My name is Alex from C2 Financial, and we're reaching all homeowners in your area to let you know about this government-backed program, sorted out and allows to access extra cash without having to make any monthly payments through home equity conversion program. So I just need to confirm.
It was Bozo. It's Bozo. That's right. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry, I got sidetracked. It was Bozo. Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Bozo threw me under the bus. That's who I'm talking about. Go ahead with your pitch. Go ahead.
So we have homeowners 62 and older unlock their home's potential financial value through home equity conversion program without making any monthly payments or moving out.
Right.
So I just need to verify, Charles, are you the homeowner?
I am the homeowner. Not only am I the homeowner, I also own my own home.
Okay, that's perfect. And I just need to verify also how old are you right now?
I am 67.
67, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So since you're over 62 and a homeowner, you are qualified to access this.
Now, hold on a second here. Alex, hold on a second here. Let me get this straight. I said I'm 67, and you said that since I'm over 62, does that mean that 67 is a larger age than 62? Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's right. I just want to make sure we're setting the record straight here. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, so since you're over 62 and you're a homeowner, you are qualified to access this cash without any monthly payments.
Oh, that's wonderful. Free money. I love free money. That's great. Oh, he hung up on me. All right, very good. All right, so back to this comment from Rick's Talented Tongue. He didn't pay any attention to what I said in this video, and there was a great number of people who didn't do that either. People, when you watch my videos, before you make a comment, you must first pay attention to what I say in the videos. So let's look at this title here. Shock reversal sends silver plunging. I define, and a plunge is a 2% move or more a day. It fell 2% before recovering. And I said what you need to know right now, and I talk about the metrics of that. So he says the only factor on metals price are the bankers. Wrong, 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 wrong. That's not. Even if you believe full on that there's price suppression, there's other forces at play, and that is obvious and evident. And I talk about it every single day. What moves the markets, and so that's an incorrect statement. There is no market. You continually BS the public. Well, Rick Talented Tongue, if you think there's no market, then you're living under a rock. The same rock that the Patrick Star lives under. You mean well, but your audience is strong enough to handle the truth. Well, I'm giving the truth. You can't tell me that the dollar index, which is affected by geopolitics, domestic economics, these numbers, don't move the market. It does. I've been around a long time, Rick's Talented Tongue, and I'm telling you, that stuff happens, and so you're basically calling me a liar. He says lying is always wrong. Well, tell me one area where I'm wrong in this video. Just one. Tell me. And there was a plunge that happened. A 2% move in one day down is a plunge, and I defined it time and time again. It's a big move, and so I had a couple people. I left some of the comments up. The more egregious ones I deleted, but I'm going to have to do a video explaining to people that, I don't do clickbait, bozo. I don't do clickbait. And I would hope the bozo of all people would have defended me here on this because there was a plunge, and I stand by that. I stand by every single title I do on this channel, by the way. I don't do clickbait. I defend the title. Clickbait is whenever you mislead the audience with a title. When you put something there and the video is nothing about what you said in the video. And that's not what's happening here. I do click-friendly titles, but I do not do clickbait. If I just said silver ended the day down just a couple of cents, but no big deal, nobody's going to watch the video if I just put that title in there. So you gotta have a title that explains what happened, and it was a shock reversal, by the way, because of the news we got from the previous day on CPI and PPI, and so Rick's Talented Tongue, sorry my friend, but you have a lot to learn about the markets. If you just think that the bankers are the sole mover of price, you got a lot to learn. And so, anyways, very good. Yeah, Bozo, you saw a small move by the time you saw the video, and that's right. And I mentioned that in the video, Bozo. I mentioned that it was a small move at the end of the day. If you listen to what I said in the video, I talked about what had happened at the middle of the day and what had happened at the end of the day. And there's some other people that also did not understand that the markets close. And I say that I'm reporting the metals prices moments before the markets close. They close for like an hour, and then they open back up at 6 Eastern time every day except for Saturday. And so some people are saying, plunge, it's up a couple of cents. Well, that's because they're looking at the aftermarket. They're looking at the Asian market afterwards. And I shouldn't have to explain that in every single video, but evidently a lot of people get don't get that message, or they don't understand the markets, and so they attack me over it for their ignorance. And I tell you, it's frustrating as all get out, because people don't pay attention to what I say in the videos. But I stand by every single title that I've ever done on this video, every single title. And I get offended when people call it clickbait because of their own lack of understanding and incompetence. It really burns me. So, anyways, all right. And I would hope some of my regular viewers would defend me on this. Some of them do, but Bozo really disappointed me. I hate to say it, it really disappointed me. That's who I was thinking of, and I just couldn't figure it out while I was on the phone with the scammer. All right. Okay, Bozo's apologizing. Well, thank you, Bozo. I appreciate that. All right. All right, let's see here. All right. That's right, John Knox. That's right. He says clickbait is where you put honka de bonkas in the thumbnail, but there's no honka bononkas. Well, and there's going to be some times where like in my video today, there was I put a in the thumbnail somebody jumping, a guy jumping, and he was not in the video. But anyways, uh, but so there is you're going to do something like that, but I'm talking about a title that's like completely unrelated. Or if I were to say silver is crashing, and then I'd start the video. Oh, I'm just kidding. I just wanted you to come in and watch. It's not crashing. It's only down 3 cents. But I define what it means for a big move. 2% or more is a big move. Anything under 2% is notable, but I would never say plunge or surge if it's not 2% or more in a single day. But anyways, all right, enough of that. Okay, so I hope everybody understands. Okay, all right, let's see here. But this guy just called me a liar. Lying is always wrong. So, Rick, I hope you hear this response, brother. You got me going there. Mr. Cut, silver is still a bargain at today's prices. You can't go wrong. But just patiently buying on the dips. There are some big whales doing hence the price volatility. Yeah. And yep, there's a lot of factors at play. And by the way, I don't discount that and I'm more open-minded to ever before to price suppression by the big bullion banks. I am. I'm looked at the markets. I see some of this high frequency trading. It does tend to happen on Fridays, profit taking and stuff like that. So I'm very open-minded about it for sure. All right. Let's get to Silver Sleuth. I revalued my gold. I consider it more valuable for long-term wealth preservation than real estate. And the thing with real estate is there's taxes on your real estate, right? And so you don't truly own that real estate when you have to pay taxes on it every year. And so right now the governor of Florida is trying to do away with that. Good luck. I hope he can do it. But a lot of these local governments, that's where the majority of their income comes from. But we'll see how that plays out. But yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. All right, Lisa Anderson is here. Jam Unleashed, glad you're here. Silver Shelby. Steve C is here. Good to see you guys. And we've got Watchman says, so SB said they're going to continue to confiscate digital asset. This is one of the reasons why they are promoting a digital economy. Just more reason to ditch fiat for PM. Yes, and by the way, we should not ditch fiat currencies. I believe in having some of these to protect your precious metal stack. We can't really truly ditch them anyway. I talked about that in my video from this afternoon. You want to have an insurance policy of these so that you can protect the ultimate insurance policy. That, you know what I mean? All right, there you go. Glad to see all of you guys here. Welcome. Dean R is here. John Knox is here. Steve C is here. Welcome, Steve. Good to see you, brother. And there's Silver Shelby and ZZYRDFY15. It's so hard for me to say all these letters, but good to see you. And let's see here. And we've got Gene Hunsinger says, yeah, let's just melt down all C's gold we have and cut out anyone from claiming it. That ain't suspect. Yes, that's right. Well, I don't think a revaluation would not necessarily mean that. It just means that they're going to be pricing at a different level, and we wouldn't be holding any of it. We wouldn't be holding any. I mean, we wouldn't be liquidating it. We would be having it as a store of value. That's what he said in that interview. Thank you, Gene. 44,251. If he said they were going to revalue gold, the shelves would have been emptied in a few weeks. Yes, talking about everything else, I don't know. I don't know how that would translate, honestly. The shelves, I assume the shelves of groceries and things like that, people would be, I don't know. But I'm going to be expanding on this, actually, because there was some stuff that I had thought about, and somebody had commented about it after I recorded. I recorded a video that's going to be the follow-up to this video that's coming soon. Check it out. ZZRDYF says here, or RDF says, good possibility that China and Russia will have an increasing influence of any kind of gold price floor as the deck chairs are being reshuffled in the world financial arena. Yes, I think so too. I agree with that. Yep. I think that's a whole reason why maybe we want to get ahead of that, right? I agree with that. All right, Lisa Anderson is here. Good to see Two Slurp, and good to see Carrie Taryn. Zardos is still here with us. Welcome. And Raymond Hoft says here, thought experiment on this video. Says this, oh, Google refuses to use my new username. Only use it for one day on this channel. Can't figure out how to force the change. That's weird. Well, this is your handle. Right now it looks like everything's moving to the handles, and I don't know why it is. So some things are hard to if you change the handle, I think that's a different thing. You might try that approach maybe and see if it happens. Silver Days is here. Welcome, Silver Days. Good to see you. Okay, so thought experiment. I'll drop you at a random point of time on an unknown spot. You're allowed to take one thing as much as you can hold for currency. What do you take with you? Boom, great. Man, I tell you what, it's going to be gold. It's going to be gold. No question about that. Great thought experiment. All right, we have 50 likes. Thank you so much. Stack to Mars. I stack, therefore I am. That's right, exactly. Good to see. And in Daystar. Welcome, Daystar. Good to see you. All right. And let's get over here to this from Robarb 8463 on this video here about what Secretary Besson said. If the Fed revises their book value of gold, they can only raise it to market price. It makes no accounting sense to try to value it for more than the valuation will carry no credibility with those that invest in the U.S. economy through the bond markets. It would be like me going to the bank for a big loan and offering a 10-year-old Toyota Camry as security, as I've decided it's actually worth $500,000. Just because it's worth that to me doesn't make it worth it to anybody else. Therefore, I can't see an asset revaluation by the Fed that will have any effect on gold's market price. However, it will have a detrimental effect on the dollar if gold's increased asset value is for anything other than paying down the national debt, which I guess in dollar terms will mean the gold's value increases a bit. Yeah, they got to be very careful with how they do that. I'm not sure how it would work. I can't imagine them going above market value for some of the reasons you mentioned, and so we'll see here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, be very, very, very careful. Let's see here. THS, you accidentally you accidentally banned Bill 457. You accidentally banned him. So moderators, be very, very careful when in moderation. So please do that. Sorry about that, Bill 457. It was a mistake by THS, but yeah. So moderators, THS, be very, very careful clicking around. I don't know how that happens, but anyways, all right. So you are back. Was hidden, not did not notice. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Okay, very good. All right, we're back. And thanks to James Unleashed. I saw that right before I saw your message. I looked up. I was like, what the heck is going on? So, anyways, but thank you, Bill. So thanks. Appreciate you coming back. All right, we've got Ed B3877 says this here. And welcome, Eagle Steve. Good to see Eagle Steve is here with us. So Ed B3877 says, I don't see any real reason not to mark gold to market and do it on a quarterly basis. Okay, just say that the market prices are prone to change, so it could be more or less valuable today at some point. If we're not selling the U.S. gold hoard, then it doesn't matter if the price fluctuates from time to time. The U.S. is not officially on a gold standard, and we do hold a large amount of gold. People around the world know this. There's a psychological aspect of this to where a U.S. gold hoard is seen by some an unofficial backing for the U.S. dollar. This should enhance the perceived value of the dollar, so why not do it? I can see there sometime in the near future the U.S. and China are having a face-off where China demands to set the gold price because they have a lot of gold than anybody else. Some estimates that China has over 20,000 tons of gold and perhaps as much as 25,000 tons. Mr. Trump's comment about he who has the gold makes the rules very well could come back to haunt him. And yes, that's true. Very, very true. Good point. Thank you. All right. And let's see here. What do we have here? We've got this. We've got Pitali says this. He said gold is a store of value for the American people. He doubts it'll be revalued because doing so would negatively affect on the strength and confidence in the dollar. Okay, all right. Yes. Yep, yep. It's a very delicate situation. It's got to be handled very, very closely. All right, and delicately, carefully. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so it was in your pocket. Okay. It was a butt band. It was a butt band, right? uh, I guess there was any such a thing, a butt band. That's pretty funny. Thank you, THS. All right. We've got Caroline Bama says they've mentioned it in the past that prices will be going back to what things cost a long time ago. All right. Yeah, ideally, but that's going to be a tough road to haul too, because that means we're all going to be ultra rich, right? Which means our wages would have to come down to meet those standards. We'll see here. Tim Cruther says this: I'm not expecting the U.S. to revalue silver or gold. I'm pretty sure BRICS will do it for us. All right. Well, I don't know that they're that strong yet, although they are a contingent to the de-dollarization. So I don't necessarily dismiss them full right, but I don't think they're quite as powerful yet to be able to make that happen. All right. Let's move on up here to Bozo says, it's kind of sad that it's a happy occasion when there's no Friday SmackDown. I know. Yeah, I know. I tell you. Yes, indeed. That's right. Exactly. And declaring victory because there's no SmackDown, but silver still down a little bit. That's right. Yep. And in fact, let me see here. I'm going to look here and see exactly what silver did. End of the day here. What did the silver end the day? Oh, okay. It's end of the day at 38.05 in the ask price. 38.05 was the final for silver. 37.93 is the bid price. So yeah, very good. All right, nice. There it is. Yep, good comment. So Fed Ross, Jerome Powell is basically a Democrat. He lies. So if he says there are no plans to revalue gold, it means they already have a gold revalue plan in play. Well, we're talking about Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, not Jerome Powell here. Let's see here. Okay, and we've got Veritas Pure Blood. Stacking at these prices is fun. Everything is so cheap, so you can get some cool designs. Yes, indeed, you can. It is fun for sure. Although $38 is not as cheap. It's not too cheap. I mean, but anyway, scam calls tonight, please and thank you. Well, right, we had one and it did not last long. I'm sorry to disappoint. We are expecting some others. They should have been here by now, and they didn't call those sons of biscuits. So they stood me up at 6:15. Other than the one, and that was unplanned. All right, very good. So I have to entertain you through slurping, I guess, at this point in time. All right, let's see here. That's right, silver is the best reflector of visible light known. That's right, that's why they use it in mirrors. All right, and RM1042 says the following. I agree it's a victory today, though it would have been better if I had finished comfortably over $38. Yes, especially with the bid price. Yep, I agree with that for sure. Oh man, you bought some osmium. What did you get, Stack 2 Mars? Did you get the crystallized osmium or what? Yeah, that must be catching on to me, Lisa Anderson. That's right. All right. Must be the case. Oscillating. Ah, I see. Yes, I see. That's right, Lulu. That's right. Oscillating. Oscar Mayer the Oscillator. We got Mr. Todd DeLorne. Says this here. By the way, good to see J-Man Lace and John Knox and CCT, I think, is still with us. All good guys. All right, let's see here. All right, now, Mr. Todd says, it went through a classic head and shoulders price pattern. Its price just fell like 80% of the time whenever this pattern appears, but it appears that it broke out of this pattern of doom. Now we just have to hope there's no double top at the failed breakout. that would hurt the price a lot more. Also, I am no expert, but there appears to be a new reverse head and shoulders pattern right after the head and shoulders. So I'm thinking it's still going to be 43 to 34 by the $43.34 specifically by the end of the year. Gold has been so sideways over the past month. It's a good thing this 200-day moving average is going up in price, but it's frustrating since I wanted gold to be around 5K by the year end. Okay, yeah, so you're looking at the technicals there, the pattern analysis to see where it could be, and it is possible. My end of the year prediction has been revised to $41 an ounce, but we'll see if that happens. All right, let's see. And let's press on here and see what we've got with Mark Amberg on this video about our Secretary Treasury's comments about revaluing gold. I don't think they can revalue gold until they've asset stripped our country of everything and picked the carcass clean. President Trump is changing an admission fees of $5 million to major U.S. holders to get U.S. visas to be fast-tracked for the hype stagflation front before the dollars can be blocked from coming home anyway. I wouldn't put any hope in the Peterborough of helping. They weren't put there to help some of anyone accepting themselves for the puppet string pullers. Yeah, and these gold cards, right? I heard that we've sold like 1,000 of them or something like that, but I'm not seeing any verification of that. Howard Lutnick said something to that effect, but I don't know what the deal is and how many more. We've not heard much about that either. That's supposed to be a big income earner for us, and I was actually shocked and surprised that so many of them had sold if that was the case. So very interesting. All right, we got Dakini Woman. Dakini Woman. Dakini Woman. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Dennis Niemeyer is here. Welcome, Dennis Niemeyer. Michael K is with us. Good to see Michael K. Good to see all of you guys. Glad you're here. Dakini Woman, I think I'm done buying metals for now. Cost of living is just taking every penny of my income these days. Cost of metals is getting beyond my ability to buy now. I got my new gold eagle, random date, and was horrified to see that the eagle's head on it instead of the full eagle, and thought I was getting that ended up being such a huge mistake. Tax as an extra 158 for that coin. Whoa. I should have gotten another gold coin. What was I thinking? Oh, well, finally have a maple like in silver. It is a yin-yang privy. It is fabulous. Win some, lose some. Thanks, Al, for your good advice. Well, yeah, Dakini Woman. In 2021, in the middle of the year, they changed the designs. And when you say full eagle, it's actually a family of eagles that's on the reverse of that, which I wasn't a big fan of. And I'm not really the biggest fan of just the head of the eagle either. I guess it's okay. I think I prefer that to the family of eagles, but the family of eagles is what everybody was used to for so long, but they have to change it. Angel Eyes is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And good to see you guys. All right. And let's peruse our way through another comment. We've got Silver Shelby Stacker chiming in on this video. But somebody jumping and this guy jumping is not in the video. So I apologize for that, but he's just sending a message there. It says, I hope you're having a great day today. Thanks, Al. See you all soon. And he's here. I think Silver Shelby is here with us. All right. Very good. Bozo likes the family of eagles better. Yeah, the Roman numerals, they stopped doing those in 1990. I think was the last year that they stopped doing the Roman numerals. They did them from 86 to 90. And I think the reason why they stopped them is because there was such a long string of them, and it made it hard to read, and people could not translate what those numerals were. But so they went to just doing the Arabic numbers system. But yeah, they were kind of cool. Now, they did revisit the Roman numerals in 2009 for the ultra high relief gold eagle. So that's the last time that the United States Mint has ever used Roman numerals for a date on coins is in 2009. Pretty wild. And but yeah, all right. Very good. Let's slurp our way through the next comment here. And Littlefoot, this $38 a new floor sale. Not necessarily. I'm not willing. I don't have that much confidence that it is the new floor. But he says, I know your crystal ball is cloudy sometimes, but let's peek and let's see what you see. No, not yet. I'm not confident enough to think that $38 is a new floor yet. I think maybe 37 could be. We've not seen it dip below 37 for quite a while now, or enough long enough for not a long enough time. So I think that 37.50 may be the floor, and I'm not as confident about that yet either. Uh, Remember, the dog days of summer are just about to end, I think, and summer shall prevail until after the Fed meeting, I think, right? So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Littlefoot, let's try to get the con artist to say, let's explore. Then we can make a montage called Voice of a Thief. I just hear a montage of 15 different accents. There you go. Yes. Maybe the next scammer that comes will get them to do that. Yes, indeed. All right. We've got Dennis Niemeyer, who loves that mahogany box with the double eagle. Says this, buy the dips from Summit Metals. Thank you, Sal. See you tonight. Thank you, Dennis. And you are here. True to your word. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay, the dog days are over. When is the actual the time frame? July something to August something. And I think it just finished then, I guess, right? So yeah, so I wasn't sure when the actual dates of that were, but they are over. All right. And let's see here. Carrie Tarrant says, yep, pretty much ended where it started. That's right. Yes, indeed. Maria says this. Let me get over here to this and make this thing work. Oh, doesn't that figure? Okay. You got to get to 27. Okay. Remember that. Okay. It's my bath time. I fell asleep under my parasol in the garden, and as a result, I'm running behind. I'm off to have my bath and may catch up briefly in the live chat, but I'll not stay long. Back in the office as usual. All right, no worries, Maria. Thank you so much. Hope you will pop in tonight briefly. I know you're in the United Kingdom, so it might be difficult for you. So, all right. But I hope you can make it. If not, we'll catch you on the next one. Tomorrow is Assumption Day. Oh, man, nice. Tomorrow is Assumption Day. That means that you're looking for a nice, shapely, round bottom. And if you can find one of those, you can tap it, then that's a good thing. That you can assume that that's a great. That's right. All right, very good. I like that. All right. Let us do this. Come on now, let's make this thing work. As we got to get to a certain point, we got to make this thing happen. Where are we at here? Okay. I can't believe no more scammers have called this. I'm really upset. I am upset indeed that the scammers have not called anymore. Two of them said they definitely would. I said I put them on my calendar and everything like that, but you know they just don't seem to care. You know. Patrick Grings 7594 says the following: wait, what these people say and what they actually do tends to have little in common. Revaluing the 261 million ounces at $3,400 is $888 billion. This would cover the U.S. deficit added over the last 2 quarters. It would be insignificant. Revalue at 15K yields $4 trillion, which covers a 2025 deficit plus the debt that rolls over this year. A gold physical audit is unnecessary. A swap between U.S. Treasury and the Fed for the gold certificate on the books at the Fed with a reval interpolated. Here comes a scammer. Let's get this first. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, good evening. My name is Bella. Are you having a good day?
No.
I hope you feel better soon, and I've got something that might help. Our medical alert device offers 24/7 protection at the push of a button. May I ask how old you are to see if you qualify for a limited time discount?
Yes. 67.
That's wonderful. You know, many people in your age group find MedAlert helpful, especially if they live alone or have any medical conditions. Have you ever had a situation where you needed emergency help, like a fall or a sudden illness?
I have.
That's exactly why MedAlert exists, to make sure help is available instantly. You never know when an emergency might happen. So, do you make your own healthcare decisions?
I do.
Great. You are qualified for our limited time offer. I'm connecting you to our verification team to hear more details. All right?
All right.
Thank you for your time. Please hold the line.
And see if I say anything else. Hello? 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 Come on. Hello? Oh, dang it. All that, and then it just, yeah, the problem is the AI robot, if I say anything else other than the answers they're expecting, it hangs up. I've tried that before. So I got to just play along. And of course, I go through all of that, and then boom, I get disconnected. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyways, he says here, the targeted accounting results. Clive Thompson's commentary and rationale for this transaction are compelling. All right, well, very good, interesting. All right. Thank you, Patrick. Let's see here. And where are we at here? We've got four wheels from Rob. Silver fiat for the day holding and gold zigzagged all day. Future gains ahead. Yes. I think we're going to see some gains ahead. I agree with that. Master Blaster. Okay, so we had a Thursday SmackDown. Today we had a comeback. I agree with you, Sal. The $38 is nice. It's just odd that silver's been hanging around the 37 to 38 for a while, almost like it's being manipulated. Well, I think that's consolidation and really providing a new support. The beginning of support is how I interpret that, to move higher. This is one of the reasons why I think I am so inclined to believe that we might, why I'm still bullish for silver by the end of the year. All right, we got RJ the Ripper says, you do not panic when buying. You just hang on to everything and be patient. To the moon, baby. That's right. You should not panic and buy. You should not panic whenever you're selling either. Very important advice for sure. I agree with that completely. All right, Hermosa Beach Guy says, I have a 4x4. It's a Jeep. If you know where to look, there's silver and gold in that 4x4. Nice. Hidden, it's probably good to have some little bit of silver and gold hidden in your car if you can, if you're confident enough it's not going to get burglarized. If you have it in a very strategic place hidden, where it would not be very easy to find, that's definitely good. For sure. Whoa, we just got this in. Very nice of you. Michael K. just sent in $5 for peace and hope in the world. Can find it. That's right. Thank you so much. I hope that all goes well with the summit there in Alaska with Trump. Thank you, Michael K. Let's give you 10 push-ups because we double them up for the PayPals that come in. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Here we go. Let's make this thing through here. 10 push-ups for Michael K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. And very, very good. Thank you, Michael K. Really appreciate that, brother. Yes, we pray for peace in the world. For sure. I'd like to see this war end in Ukraine. It's crazy. And yes, indeed. So good. Glad you guys are here. And by the way, I hope that Tony Erickson is doing well. I hope you're feeling all right, my brother. Good to see you. Glad you're here. And we've got, who else do we have here? Oh, Dakini Woman is here. Thank you so much, Dakini Woman, for popping in tonight. Thank you, Dakini Woman. Good to see you. All right, so the good Hermosa Beach guy. Very good. And let's see here. We've got Akita Wade says 4K gold by December the 1st, 2025. You heard it here first. Well, believe it or not, Akita Wade, a lot of people, including some professionals, have been predicting 4K gold by the end of this year. I don't know that I'm there yet, but it is quite possible. I would be grossly wrong if the U.S. government reevaluates gold at 10K per ounce, or when the bond market crashes before December 1st. I would be off by 6K. Yes, indeed, that's for sure. All right. I'm doing, but I felt last night had a CAT scan. Okay. All right. I hope you got a good results from the CAT scan. Had a CAT scan. Hopefully that you're seeing some improvement there. I pray that be the case. All right. Because we need to get you back to refining again. That would be so cool, my friend. Yes, indeed. Stacker Factor is here. Good to see Stacker Factor. Welcome. All right. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Stacker Factor. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Good to see you. You guys check out Stacker Factor's channel, by the way. Really good guy, great member of the community. He's awesome. Thank you, Stacker Factor. And David Parrish with a thumbs up on this video. Thank you, my friend. And Tough Enough says, when they say they aren't going to do something, it's exactly when they're going to do something. Yes, I know. I hear you. I definitely understand the skepticism, but the words don't necessarily carry the weight. For sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Mario Vieira is here. Welcome, Mario. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, pocket pinger, nice. Yeah, Jade, the pocket pingers are great. I have them for sale as an affiliate link in the description of this video, of this live stream, and all my videos. Haven't talked about it in a little while, but it's a great device to be able to. There's an app that goes with it too, and if you for the ping test for your silver and gold, and yeah, really good, especially for silver. Really good stuff. All your major coins, your Maple Leafs, your Britannias, your Eagles. Pocket Pinger is a nice, inexpensive way using sound to be able to test it. And then the Cyber Curtain Twitcher CCT slide is another way to test your silver with a magnetic diamagnetism. So check it out. All right. Tony Wallace says here, U.S. has not been taken advantage of with respect to free trade. Its agricultural tariffs have always been a problem. Yes, that is a problem for sure. And Boost in BME says, thanks again, sir. Thank you, Boost. I appreciate you. You've been very kind to watch a lot of the videos and comment, and I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. You know, I do appreciate new subscribers joining, but one of the reasons why I like subscribers joining and is I'm hoping that there will be regular watchers of the channel. That's really the idea to get this. So I appreciate that. All right, very good. And let's peruse our way up through another comment, shall we? Just for gits and shiggles. We've got man. Let's see here. Let me see if I can. Oh shoot. Translate. Thanks to JM Unleashed. Finally added 1 kilogram of silver and put it in the safe. I wonder if I should go for the gold for a while since silver is expensive due to the premium. Yes. Yes. Yeah. For Asia, yeah, maybe the premiums are tough there. And he's in Korea. It looks like that's Korean there. So it might not be a bad idea. May not be a bad idea at all. Thank you. Confiscating Bitcoin, is that possible and to what end? It has no substance or intrinsic value. They would take your, I guess they could take, I don't know. I mean, they could take the exchange. They could prevent you from doing the exchange as an individual by your IP address or what have you. Well, I don't know. I guess if you could do a VPN, you could probably get away with it. But I don't know how they could do it, especially if you have it in a cold wallet. But anyways, thank you, Angel Eyes. Appreciate you too. And let's see here. Good Earth Lulu Lucky is with us, catching up. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lulu Lucky, for popping in tonight. Goldenrod 8861 with this says, if gold is revalued, what dollar amount be minted on the Eagle and Buffalo? Gold's value is constant, so we're actually revaluing the dollar. Just saying, yes. Well, that's a good question. I don't think it would ever go back to those original numbers. I don't think it would ever go as low as $50 or what have you. Although if it did, if it did do that, it would be absolute equilibrium between the dollar, and that would be a 50-to-1 ratio between gold and silver, right? For the bullion coins, although the collector coins are $100, but I digress. 38 is great, says Elliot Scott. There you go. That's right. Exactly, Elliot Scott. You're exactly right. Fish cake buddy. Why would the Fed buy it? America should buy it. Also, the gold should be America's, not the Fed's. Well, it technically is America's. It is not the Fed's. It's the U.S. Treasury's. The Fed is a quasi-private institution. They actually hold the gold certificates, but they don't actually own the gold. The gold is under the purview of the U.S. Mint. Actually, is the agency, the sub-agency under the Treasury, U.S. Treasury. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. And James O'Neill Brown with some emoticons, the classic ones. Thank you, James O'Neill Brown. Appreciate that. And we have reached the end of the comments, but there's more coming for sure. You are awesome. You guys are great. We had a great time tonight. We caught up just in time. But hey, we're going to be back here on Sunday night. You're not going to want to miss Sunday night. Should be very interesting, especially after what could potentially go down at the summit, which we're not, last I heard, we don't have any news out of yet. But we'll see what happens. Will there be progress there? What will the metals react to? It'll be a Sunday night summit, market watch. I guess we'll see. By the way, speaking of summit, check out Summit Metals. They are the channel sponsor. They got increasing selection, a wider selection these days, and they also have the great customer service and fast shipping. So check out summitmetals.com. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.